Attacked by the Indians. Moments in history. It was Sir Thomas Dale, a harsh tyrant, who eventually set Jamestown on a permanent foundation. He forced their idle work and ruthlessly killed those who shirked it. In 1622, the Indians seeking to protect their land slaughtered 400 settlers, and in 1644, 300 more. In later years, a system of great estates, so characteristic to the South, was to come into being, based on slave labor, the growing of tobacco, and still later, the growing of cotton. And thus it has come that this morning I stood upon my post, ready to go to war, my comrades around me. Now I hear their screams, the soul-withering moans as I lay amongst them. The day had granted me that last battle. My adventures were parading before my eyes. And thus, in the end, dying amid those things which gave me reason to live. I died not whimpering, I died like a warrior, escaped of the torments of the gods. Finally, I take the death wound and I die.
To earth, oh dark angel. There is a new battlefield and souls await. But first bring me the accursed soul of an old friend. His actions brought him protection from me. But now he needs me to protect him.
Aye, Lord, I shall bring a host of life's choices. Poor mortals, you suffer so much at each other's hands. Here are the brave ones. My kiss and you are free of these bloody bonds.
It is time for him to find peace and I alone can shield him from the damnation. Bring him quick.
He moves. Oh my! It lives.
Worry not. Even I thought I was dying but a few moments ago.
Oh no! I am the angel of death. What shall I do?
Then this beautiful maiden's shadow fell across me, and behold, my strength returns, and I live. What magic is this? Who are you? You're not just some ghoul out here, one of these seeking for booty amongst the dead, amongst the battle of the worthy.
My Lord Death sent me to bring back souls, especially you, calling you by name.
Little angel, please don't make me apologize for still being alive. I know not how, but I assure you, I do live. Bring your master back here, the souls of all these heroes, for they have given to me in service what I could never return to them. They surely will be more than enough of a trade. And if death thinks not, bring him to me, and I will tell him otherwise.
Yes, but I would be exceedingly happy to have you in the peaceful fields beyond.
I am flattered, little angel, but I would have to be dead to be with you there. Don't you know what it means to live? Or better yet, to be alive?
No, but I know it must be worse than being of the dead. At least I will never fear dying.
Instead, you'll fear living. Damn death. There are ways of cheating him. I have done so for years. Stay here with me, and we'll cheat him forever together.
Insane. Never in eternity has this been thought. It's madness. It shall not be done.
Then truly, you can never learn to live. That's it, isn't it? You've lived among the dead so long, you think you're one of them, dead and lifeless, unfeeling. Why, you haven't even a working gland in your entire body.
That's not it. Please.
I talk of living, loving, being. I'll defy death, and I'll defy him for you. You'll be safe. You'll never again be a nightshade. Let me give you a chance. I am he who has escaped and cheated death. Believe me. Trust me.
But to cheat death himself is still his angel. By what power can this be done?
By the power of life and the power of love.
Yonder words and reason hath charmed my dark angel, and doomed her to my wrath forever. But you will find me less simple to diverge with throbbing words of passion.
Bacon's Rebellion, asking aid of Berkeley.
moments in history.
In 1675, the colony was again menaced by Indian raids, and the settlers on the borders came to Berkeley asking aid. He refused it, and soon the people began to raise troops under Nathaniel Bacon. To Berkeley, this was treason. Bacon turned against him. He seized and burned Jamestown. On Bacon's death from fever, the revolution collapsed, but it shone how Virginians felt towards arbitrarily emissaries from the king, and it was an omen of 1776.
So, where the hell are we going? The only thing I was told was we were investigating a possible body dump location. Anything else?
The Fish and Game Department reported an unusual high human protein count in fishes from this side of the island.
Any connections to the Dante massacre?
None currently is foreseen. Why?
Well, I was on site there and was thinking that was why I was called in to go along.
No, you're here because it is illegal for a weatherman to carry a weapon, as well as Captain Voltaire has you marked for observation. Call it multitasking.
Huh. Finally, the captain noticed me. I always said persistence was the secret of success. Finally, don't worry, I'm ready for anything you need. I'm even willing to go in for modifications. We need to evolve with our technology. I was wondering, what does it take to become a weatherman like you?
And on an operable level of OCC? That is not the kind of observation that Voltaire has you listed for. But do go on, please. It explains a lot to me.
Oh. So, number 5, can I ask you a question?
I don't think you could stop if you wanted to.
Being you are number 5, I guess you were one of the originals, right?
Yes, Officer William, let me speed this up for you. Yes, I fought in the AOD War of Gaza. No, I did not know of the captain. I have been in the space station, and I shit and eat through a tube.
Initial investigation of human DNA proteins located in an area listed in original sector came up with a locked bay, which only occasionally, according to the tides, emptied into a larger body of water. This explains its time variations and effects on the local fish. No body located on immediate search by requesting a deeper sonar scan to verify the samples I've taken at the site are alarmingly high in odd chemicals as well as human DNA, probably fed from an underground spring. Officer Williams then noted car treads at site, which led us to the only home on this side of the island. Records located as the home of Stephen J. Mortimer.
His fancy limo there is taking up the whole driveway, leaving no room for another car. And we saw his boat down there in the water.
Maybe Stephen J. Mortimer is not home. His account shows many homes.
Hello, officer. How can I help you?
Well, yes, I'm Officer Williams, and this is Special Agent Weatherman number 5. And we have some questions for you.
For starters, sir, why are you covered in blood?
Wow, that is a good question. Tell you what, give me a second to wash off all this human blood, and I'll be right with you.
But wait. I hope all that means that I'm going in because I'm gone already?
No, it means wait.
Okay, scum, come out here with your hands up and no one will get hurt. What the? Put that down. Oh.
Tag, you're it.
Make me like hell.
Signing the Mayflower Compact. Moments in history. The Pilgrims, separatists from the Church of England, first went to Holland in their search for a place where they might worship according to their beliefs. But after 10 years in that country, finding that their children had grown up to be more Dutch than English and not having prospered financially, they determined to settle in America. 102 of them sailed in the Mayflower in 1620. Before landing, they signed the famous Mayflower Charter, which looked forward to establishment of a democratic form of government for the colony. Welcome back. Damn Studios production meeting number 9. Just giving you some updates here, what we've been doing, how things are going, and to give you a chance to interact with us through the comments and letting us know what you like, don't like, and where you think we could, work a little bit with you. For the most part, though, we're going down a set path kind of right now, but I will adjust. I'll look at what people say. There's a lot of different stuff. I'll even bring in some new projects if they seem, like good enough ideas. So, first of all, we should mention, jokingly on the board, I didn't realize the time until I wrote it down, full release. What I meant is the channel now has 5 days that we put out videos
some multiple videos, so it ends up 7 videos a week we now put out. And that's 2 new shows. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and some other things today. Okay, I mentioned a little bit in the last meeting. Never heard anything on it, so we'll put it till the next one maybe, or we'll do as a separate piece. But what it's going to be is, I found the marketing report for the old, when I first did the show, and I was going to the Art Institute of Seattle, taking business classes, as well as computer animation. And we had to cover how to do a marketing report. Well, I always got to be a little strange, so I was doing public access TV, so marketing really wasn't too much the issue, but in the issue of PR, or like relations with the artists, not only the viewers. But those things we kind of cover, and I saw that as a commodity and wrote it from that point of view. I still got an A on the project because I went through the exact steps you have to have for a marketing report, and we'll go through that just for the fun of it. See how I did, see how I didn't do. First of all, I pretty much work here alone nowadays. I get some help from some people here and there for dialogue, but we're trying to get people better trained at that too. Kind of see us growing. I've got to build an entire artist base for where I live now, so we can get more stuff done. So by first going through dialogue reads, as we see in some of the animations, I can then start bringing out some better acting out of them, out of a step. Same with all of us, same with me. We all need to learn. I took performing arts pre-2000, so for most of you it's like ancient history. So, next we have, okay, we just have finishing up on the Damn Studio TV show, the animated, the first, what I call season 1. 1 through 8 of the Damn Studio TV, the new show, started this year, where it's not a demo-based show where I don't do demo tapes, which is what we used to do. More of what I'd call our own work, because I'm still with filtering out some of the stuff from the old show and some of the old people. And some of their stuff that were kind of unfinished projects that I was able to clean up and put together as a full little project. And then we'll put it out as demo tapes or on parts of the shows. Now that section was called Birth and Death and Again. Watch through them if you want to understand. Although it's a little more difficult because I had some issues with music that somehow ended up belonging to someone else, they said. I remember editing it on a couple programs I had from late 90s. I don't know if they had little pieces from these bands. So I've scrapped everything from there, started fresh. I'm going to a lot of stuff off YouTube. There's a lot of copyright-free locations for music. Give them the exposure. They know what they're doing. Give them a chance. Next season, a little more of a live element to it. I'm keeping I kind of introduced the element of the TV, what I call the damn TV, as an identity, as like, this is the studio, and how it's progressing in a fantasy setting. We're still going to have that. The self-aware TV image. It can be reflected in anything. But we're going to play around with that, see what I can do, and work it with people instead of animation this time. And that'll be about 8 episodes. Then we'll do more of a science fiction one where I'll take people and put them in weird settings to create, like maybe Damn Studio speaking to someone in a satellite out in space through one of the monitors. You know, we're just playing around with the concept. First of all, at this point, let me know, they've been out for a little bit, what you think of the moments of history and the damn weirds. This is to give me some history. I love history. I love study of cryptozoology. So it gives me a chance to go into either of these two fields and play around with the documentary style. You know, I like to experiment in different areas. Should also mention, I don't know if any of you have checked from the YouTube, there's a spot where you can go to the website, and I've got an ancient one on Angel Fire. I really should update it, but I haven't had time. Just let me know if you guys feel that this older website is something I should worry about, do you think? Is it even something that's part of your experience at the damn studio? Or is it just through YouTube and all these others nowadays, and that's, sadly enough, like Vines nowadays, that's gone away? What do you think? Let me know. And finally, I have a final thought. I want to address the idea and the concept that this is supposed to be a meeting. Without your comments and your input, it's just me doing a business report about what we're doing. And I was trying to get an ongoing dialogue. But instead it ended up, for the most part, a history of you can look back in the future and see how I got completely driven insane by the projects I was doing. I'm fine with that. But if you want to take part in this, I would love it. So, that's damn meeting number 9 adjourned. We'll see you next time.